what you talking about. Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance, till it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
Baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that.
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Two of the NFL's best starts challenging each other here. Off we go in a Week 4 showdown. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Goff working from the pistol. Pass is caught. That's Tim Patrick. He picks up 28 on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
From the 38. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They'll go for it. Goff. He finds him beyond the marker. And they take him down right along the 30. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. The fourth down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another fourth down.
And he gets back to the line, but no more.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Escapes the pocket. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Connection made to Smith and Jigba. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Offense in the hurry up here. From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On target to Valdez-Scantling. And they get this down to the 28. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Darnold gets this to fit. On the turf, ball's out, he lost it. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
That's taken in by Cup. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
3rd and just 2 to go. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Seahawks finish off their opening drive. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks start off well to tie things 7-7. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. They just get the play off. Laporta with the grab. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of our 1st quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They'll have it 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Throwing again, it's Goff. That one's cut along the left sideline. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Running it with David Montgomery. Room to run inside the 20. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 2nd quarter lead. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter, they all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
From the 37. Forced out to his right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throwaway.
Complete beyond the marker. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Darnold looking to throw. He finds Fant. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Connects with Fant. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Working quickly here. They go play action on first. He's on the move. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
He was descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. It's the Seahawks with a 4th and 2. Jason Myers now going to try to knock this through for the Seahawks. This one from 47 yards away. Myers' kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Goff back to throw. Finds Laporta. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Goff on 1st and 10. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he goes out a little short of the 40. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Escapes a defender. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. That's 16 on the pickup. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
From the 17. Connects on the crosser. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. A nice Nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. 6 yards from there. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 down.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions drive their lead to 11. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And he gets to the 25, but not much further before going out. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. To throw, here's Darnold. He lets one fly deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
He'll throw it. Trying for the deep ball. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Here comes the final play of our first half. Back to throw it. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he's out a little short of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he's down after getting this up to the 41. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Pretty obvious this defense. They need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, you start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Staying with Walker. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Terrion Arnold in on the stop. The rookie out of Alabama, there on the tackle.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football for the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Trying for it, it's Walker. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
First down throw from Goff. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Seahawks get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left,
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Here's Darnold. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Darnold now to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's Darnold to throw. Pass complete to Walker. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Walker on first down. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Now Darnold. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Throwing here, Darnold. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And 4th and 4 coming up. Jason Myers now going to try to knock this through for the Seahawks. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Coming right is Gibbs. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brought down by Reek Woolen. Offense up to the line fast. 2nd and 6 now. He finds Laporta. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Throwing is gone. Chased out to his right. Throw complete to Williams. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he gets up for a gain of about 4. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he gets this forward to the 19. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings them to 3rd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's 4th down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Bates' kick is up and good. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Here's a return from the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Darnold. He's going deep this time. They connect on the deep shot. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A pickup there of 39. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down. Walker now from the gun. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Trying to find his tight end. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. One's out and cut on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down. They'll go with Walker on the counter. And he drives this forward to the 6. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Running with Walker again. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks now within 1 score in the 4th. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's down to the defense.
And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
They knew what they had to do, Brock. They got the score and now need to pull off this onside kick. And no luck, the Lions there to recover. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Again, it's Gibbs. He finds some space again. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone, down at the 20. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards. Montgomery now up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss. The
The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
St. Brown there to bring it in. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll run here. It's Montgomery. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on second and goal. Lining up to take a knee on second down. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Out for one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions. And their start to the season not cooling off by any means as they move to 4-0 on the year. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.